right, we'll go ahead and get started with our winning team press conference here following the Stay Green 200 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're joined by Brad Keselowski, driver of the number 22 Hertz Ford. Bear with me, I got quite a few stats for you, Brad. It takes up a whole page.
Okay.
For the first time this season in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, a driver that started from the pole has won the race. This is your 29th victory in 211 NASCAR Nationwide Series races. This breaks a tie with Matt Kenseth for sole possession of 6th on the all-time NASCAR Nationwide Series wins list. Second victory of 2014, second victory here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Also, you swept every series that you ran today. You won everything that you entered into, so maybe next year you want to think about running the modified race.
Yeah.
And also talk a little bit not only about the race today, but also your appearance on Sullivan and Son, 10 p.m. Tuesday night. So full action-packed day and an exciting week ahead for you.
One at a time, Kristen.
I know, right? All right.
What a hell of a Saturday. I'm going to need a little time to soak it in. It's been a really busy day, and sometimes on these really busy days, you get so caught up in action that you really can't appreciate all that's transpired. And hearing you say that, I guess, is really cool. So thank you for sharing those things. The Cup car was fast this morning, nationwide car. In qualifying, we had a lot of adversity, and we fought through that and got the pole, which was very rewarding today in a nationwide race. The car was really fast at the beginning. It seemed like we kind of leveled off to Kyle the very last run, and I thought he might have been a little bit faster than we were, and it was just all about getting through lap traffic, which was a bit of a dogfight. And personally, that was it may not have looked it from TV or in here, but that was one of the more challenging or most challenging races I've ever ran. Knowing that you have Kyle Busch behind you, and he's just a tiny bit faster, and you got to fight through lap cars, and it seems like there was always something coming at us. So we dodged a lot of bullets there today between qualifying and the end of the race, and I think it's a showing of strength of the 22 Team Penske Nationwide team with Hertz on the side of it today. So just so much to be proud of there, and then obviously looking forward to tomorrow and a tremendous opportunity we have. The Cup cars are just running so strong right now, and didn't get the qualifying effort we wanted at the Cup level, but the performance has certainly been there in every other category, and we just need to execute and keep that going, and I think we can do it. So very optimistic and very pleased with how the weekend's gone so far, and want to keep the momentum up. And then, like you said, on Tuesday we're having a little fun and doing some TV land stuff with Sullivan and Son, which is a little TV show I'm got a reoccurring role on, I guess you would say. So that should be fun on TBS, but life is good. And again, thank you, Christy, for sharing this stuff. It's good to soak it in.
All of that, I'm still not done.
All right.
Perfect driver rating today for the 6th time in your NASCAR Nationwide Series career. So you got a lot of accolades today. So congratulations on that as well. Also joining us, Crew Chief Jeremy Bullins from the number 22 Hertz Ford. Talk a little bit about your strategy and putting Brad up front, not only for the pole, but for the race as well.
Well, this race is so short, just being 200 laps. The track position is huge. Having a first pit stall is huge. So we felt like we probably left the pole on the table first run. Opted to go back out and give it another shot and got it. Made a couple adjustments there. Made the car a little better for him, gave him another opportunity, and that worked out. I think that paid dividends in the race, just keeping us up front and being able to start up there a little closer to the front. Fortunately, I was happy that the first run actually went green as long as it did, because it kind of makes the strategy side of it a little bit easier. You go ahead and put 4 tires on there. I think that the biggest thing, we felt like we were racing the 54, on that we'd all pitted around lap 80. Around lap 100, they lost a couple spots on a restart, which put them in a position where it made perfect sense for them to pit. And when they did that, I felt like that was going to put us a little bit on defense the rest of the day, because I felt like they would take 2 tires, and forced us to take 2 tires, and they had a little bit better left sides than us, so a little more speed at the end. But Brad did a really nice job of getting through traffic and holding on to what we had there.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions. We'll take the first one right here from Lewis.
Lewis Frank from Waterweek. Brad, as Christy said, you were in total control today, except you dropped the flag on the victory lap. How did that happen?
It was really, really windy, and my hand's been really sore, and so I couldn't really hold the steering wheel, and took my hand off the flag for a second, and the wind just ripped it right out. But that's not one of my prouder moments.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you, Lewis.
Just for the record, I had all the good things to say. Lewis was the one that brought up that.
Yeah, thanks, Lewis. Yeah.
Just make a note of that. In the back row. Go ahead.
Hey, Brad. Kyle Magnus, Speedway Digest. You had a perfect Saturday. Did you learn anything for tomorrow's race or anything today?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. It looked like the modifieds did a little damage to the track, which should be kind of a story point for the rest of the weekend. We'll have to see how that plays out. But other than that, you're always learning stuff.
And how's your hand doing? It's been 2 weeks.
It's better, but certainly not perfect. But we'll get there. Thank you.
Got another one here on the back row. Then we'll go over to the right.
Rob Tiongson of thepodiumfinish.com. Brad, first of all, congratulations on your win here in New Hampshire. During the final 20 laps, it was kind of a cat and mouse game between you and Kyle Busch. Interestingly enough, Kyle Busch said that during the final, if there was a clean and green finish, that he didn't think he would catch you. But it seems like he gained on you and then he would lose some ground on you. Honestly, in your opinion, were you getting a little nervous seeing that 54 car getting a little bit closer before he made that final mistake?
I didn't see if he made a mistake or not, but I definitely thought he was a little faster than we were. And we had a little track position on him, which is a credit to Jeremy and the guys and how they executed. And like he said about Kyle pitting in and doing all those other things. So that was part of the cat and mouse game, and that's part of what makes the racing so much fun.
Question here on the right.
Rob Blount, PopularSpeed.com. Brad, when you say that the modifieds did some damage to the racetrack, what exactly do you mean by that?
Well, there's a sealer that put in between the cracks that holds the track together. It looked to me like today that all got ripped out of the track, which exposes the cracks and leaves them very vulnerable to peeling up chunks of asphalt. And with the Cup cars running the speeds they do, with the downforce levels they have, and the grip that they have in general, with those being exposed, there's a high potential to pull a chunk out of the track, like what we've seen at Dover and Daytona and other places. And hopefully that will get addressed before tomorrow, or if not, it won't become a problem. But eventually it will. So it should be could be a storyline. That's probably one of the biggest things I saw.
Additional questions for Brad or Jeremy? Okay, one final follow-up here on the left.
This is for both of you guys. You battled with the 54 team last year for the owner's title, and they're on top right now. How much do either of you think when you're about to go on the racetrack, and how does that come into play?
I mean, you have there's points for every spot, so you have to race everybody. I mean, certainly the 54 and 22 the last couple of years have separated themselves in the owner's points from the other team. So obviously we know that they're the ones we have to beat, but every spot is a point. So you race everybody as hard as you can. I feel like this year, got a lot of questions about why don't we have the wins. I think our cars have actually been better. We've been up front. We've qualified better. Our average finish is better. It's just everything has to go perfect to get the win. And today we executed and got his perfect driver rating, and everything worked out. So it's just that's how it goes.